Marc Lobliner, TigerFitness.com, here with the gold standard. The one supplement that I don't even think is a supplement. I think it's a necessary food. Optimum Nutrition Gold Standard Whey. I have always trusted in Optimum Nutrition. In fact, when I owned a supplement company, Optimum Nutrition is the company that's the whey protein I would rely on most when I was buying protein for myself. Now, the reason for this is quality. Optimum, you know you're going to get what's on the label. There were some times in the past when we were kind of uncertain of what the supplement companies were giving us in whey protein. I know a lot of that's been fixed now, but this is the gold standard. This is the one that kind of leads the market. It's the reason why it's the #1 selling product in the industry year after year after year. It's not the most cost competitive. It's not the most cheapest whey protein, but again, you pay to know that something's going to work. Just like you go buy a car you know is going to last you a little bit longer. This is something you know what's on the label, you're going to get this product, you're going to get results. Now I'm going to go over the ingredients, go over who to take this, why to take this, side effects, any of that good stuff. So, without further ado, here's Optimum Whey. Now let me just go down the ingredients really quick. Protein blend, whey isolate, whey concentrate, and whey peptides. Can't really say much. Now concentrate, I personally believe that whey protein concentrate is a superior source because it leaves the whey protein more intact, which leaves a lot of yummy things like their immune effects, old things like that that whey protein has been shown to do. Now, one reason to use isolate is to keep the carbohydrate and fat down and also keep the lactose lower, which is why they probably put that as their first ingredient. Now, you notice there's only 3 grams of carbs and 1 gram of fat. That's extremely, extremely good considering that they have concentrate in there. Now, that means they use a pretty good amount of isolate. It is listed first, which means it's the predominant source. And being that Optimum Nutrition is owned by Glanbia, the protein source, I assume they use some very good protein in their product. Next ingredient, really easy, cocoa. It's chocolate. It tastes good. That's a good form of flavoring right there. Can't get much better than that. Next ingredient would be artificial flavors. Of course, you got to make it taste good because people are drinking this after all. And then you got your lecithin, which helps with institutization, helps it mix better. Lecithin does come from soy, but again, if you're one of those people who are concerned about soy giving you boobies, if you're a boy, it's not going to happen. It's just lecithin, it's sprayed on there, and it helps with the institutization process, which means it can mix easily with a spoon or in a shaker or a blender. Next would be the sweeteners, which would be ACE-K. Acesulfate potassium, again, anything I've seen on that as far as data, unless you're reading some spook tactics by Mercola or some other site like that, safe in humans, safe for consumption, and it tastes good. Next would be aminogen and lactase. Aminogen helps the digestion and absorption of amino acids. Lactase is for the little bit of lactose that is left in this low lactose formula. Just for those who are the least bit intolerant, that is to knock that out. That gets me into who should take this. Anyone looking to increase their protein consumption. Whey protein is a fast absorbing protein, meaning you can take it around workouts. Personally, I take a couple scoops before and a couple scoops after my workouts of whey protein. Another thing you could do is you could replace a protein source in a meal. If you combine this with a fat source such as peanut butter, mix it up into a pudding, or as I coined, sludge, it makes a damn good meal, and the protein and the fat will cause slower absorption. So even though you're using the whey protein, if you put a fat source in it, it's not going to spike in your system. And also the insulin spike from a protein, as opposed to a carbohydrate, is very quick. It spikes. Whereas you have a biphasic, which is a double spike, 2 times in a carbohydrate. Thus, the impact of the insulin spike from having a whey protein only is much lower than if you have a carbohydrate. Now, side effects. Anybody who has any disorder digesting protein, anybody who's severely lactose intolerant, those are 2 things you look at. Other than that, you're looking at something that's stimulant-free. But again, if you notice anything funky, and you think it could be from any supplement, please go see your doctor or family physician. This is Marc Lobliner, standing with the #1 selling whey protein on the market. I'm here to say, enjoy your protein, buy it from TigerFitness.com. Peace.